All right, let's get these painted. So we've got an event on Sunday, and we've just got a few last things to finish on these hill trolls. So we've just got, as you can see, sort of the backs of the hair and the beards and stuff like that. So we're going to paint that today, and we're also going to get in base. So the first thing we're doing is we use Gravelord Grey for our beards. As you can see, they're already a bluey grey. Let's grab our paintbrush. All right, and we're off. In fact, I'm going to use a smaller brush because it's quite a small area, so it's gonna.
Are you using that?
No, it should be okay as far as I'm aware. So then, I'm just going to make sure. The only thing is we're going to have to do all the hair on the trolls. You've got like a little Hulk Hogan hairdo going on here. It's pretty. Yeah, so we have got our last event of this edition of Middle Earth. Basically, we got my paintbrush. Typical, isn't it? So we've got our last game of this edition, or last event, sorry. We're taking out the hill trolls, and we've got some Christmas hats to do for them as well, which we'll be doing later on. Won't be doing it on stream just because it's very finicky. These are finicky. Just gonna get that hair just painted on this. Just get that grayed up. And yeah, not too bad. That's not too much there. So I'm going to put another layer of grey just on the beards. To really, really emphasize they're a bit haggard and old, surviving in the wilds. Okay. In fact, what we'll do is we'll do all the same. As you see, we've got two stone throwers here, and then we've got four with these kind of massive clubs. So we'll do the same one here. Just get that leg there. And then, oh, there is some on that one. Just didn't quite see it. It's just there. Might not see it as well as I can, but it's just there. I don't want to put too much on. Just want to grey out that area so that when people see, and there we go. Built. I'll do the same on this model. Still kind of getting used to the overhead camera. I'm hoping in the future we'll have a front-facing camera, but obviously we've got to use what we've got first. So we are using the top-down for now. Although we do have a camera ready to go, we just need a mount for it before we get going. And with it being Christmas, we want to get Christmas out of the way first. As you can all probably understand, as you're probably racing out to get your presents or your Battle of Edoras box set pre-order. We'll be picking ours up next week. I'll probably do a review of the box as I open it, so you guys will be able to see that. I know it's already been revealed, but it'll be something nice to do on a channel. And you'll be able to see us paint the two armies inside on stream, that being the Dunland and the Rohan or Rohirrim. Let's say we've got Hammer and Halas, I think it is, and then there's also Wolf and General Targ. I really like General Targ. His General Targ as an actual model looks fantastic, so I'm really looking forward to getting that. Wolf's nice as well, but I think out of the two, I really do like General Targ. I think he's just got a much better model design. And yeah, tell us what you are looking forward to in the comments or the chat if anyone does come in. We'd love to hear what you're looking forward to in the new edition, whether it's new rules, new armies. Who's your favorite hero that's been re-looked at? There's been a few I'm looking forward to doing. So I've just finished a Minister of Army, and that was so I did Boromir and Faramir, and I was actually really happy to see that there's a reclamation of Osgiliath. So I'm really looking forward to doing that one. But I have got a Gandalf the White being printed, and that should be good fun. Just a little bit there, just to give him that kind of old man vibe. We will be doing the teeth as well, so don't worry, we haven't missed those off. I'm just getting all the grey hairs done, and then whilst that's drying, we'll get the started with that. So just switching up now to this guy here. As you can see, his beard is just slightly on the other side, so when we printed these, we did mirror them. So basing wise, I'm actually thinking we're going to do like a nice muddy sort of forest, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to use sterling mud, and once we've done sterling mud, we'll go from there. All right. So we get all those hairs on the back of his neck. Get on there. Just want to get that there. There we go. And then we've just got a few here on his arm. We'll say it's one of those. And then I think what we're planning to do is every week we will be essentially working out what models we're going to be printing and painting on stream. We've got a plethora to do already, but all the miniatures you see will be from our web store. They are all printed in 12K. So obviously one of the highest qualities you can get for prints. And yeah, we hope you guys get a chance to check it out, really. I mean, like I say, we've got the links for the web store in the description below. So yeah. We got this guy to do, haven't we? So probably not going to be a super long stream, just kind of maybe an hour or so. Just get a little bit grey. All right. That's his leggies done. So I'll just get this arm done here. There we go. Don't need to do too much. We just kind of need to hit where the hair is really, and then a little bit there. There we go. I'm going to move over. There's just a little bit right here. There we go. Bit further. Now we just got to get his little tash. His Senor tash here. So this Senor Bob, if those of you didn't know. That's why he's Spanish. Just gonna just the corner, like a full-on sort of full-on beard there. That's kind of what we've done for all of them. I'd say this whole streaming stuff is a work in progress. We're really trying to improve it every time we do it. And it is something that we will be carrying on with. We're just a bit gutted. We sadly couldn't get any product in for December to box open. So for everyone that did watch our quarter century bonanza stuff, we do apologize. We are looking, like I say, now for New Year's before any box openings, probably starting with Supreme Darkness and maybe some Evolution stuff as well. That set's coming out for Pokemon. That should be really fun to open. Right, there we go. I'm quite happy with those guys. So they've got some grey on them now. So I'm just going to get some more paint, guys. There we go. My Gravelord Grey. Don't need too much, just a couple of drops here or there. So, all right. So, no idea what the fur on these are. So we're just going to start off with the legs. A little bit further. And a little bit there. Do apologize if I keep taking it off the camera. It's just a little bit different for me. So I'm going to do my best to try and keep it in so you guys can see what I'm doing. Right. These guys have got a much more kind of proficient beard. So obviously they should look a lot more kind of rugged, if you could say. Other than that, is everybody looking forward to Christmas? I think it should be a lot of fun. We've just got our tree up a little bit late than usual, but we did just get it up the other day. Oh, a little bit too much on that. Let's spread it out over there. Right, so this time, because we're not doing the entirety of the back of the neck, we're just going to get the hairs just where they need to be. And there we go. There we go, guys. And we're nearly done. I've just got like a little bit there. All right, let's get his chinny chin done. Just want to push it into that recess. You can kind of just see it going around his jawline there. So obviously with these speed paints, you need to be extra delicate. You know, they're similar to contrast, but they just have a little bit more of a tendency to go wherever they want if you don't control it. So it's just important that you do that. So I'm just going to get there. They don't really have like eyebrows, but they might get some eyebrows if we feel like it. So, all right, so that's that one done. I've just got this guy to do. We'll start off with his face because we're at the top here, and then we'll work our way down. Back that. Just take a little bit of paint off. It's a bit too much there. I'm just going to kind of blend it around where the hair looks like it is. Okay, so that's that done. And then let's get his arms done. So it's just a smidge there. Just a little bit there as well. Say, I do apologise once again if I go off the camera a bit. It's not on purpose. It's just I am still very new to this, so. A little bit further. Connect it up. Yeah, that grey in that hole, I think there, and then right. Just gonna get that in there. Cool. So that's the grey done, guys. So our next course of action is going to be our white. So we do need to redo that, and then yeah, we'll see how we get on. So I'm just going to pop a bit of white in there because I don't need too much of it. I'm literally only doing the teeth. So just going to get it just on our tip of the brush there. Spread it out a bit. So this is where we need to be extra careful because if we gnarls this up, it's not good. So we just want to get the teeth here. So let's just go here. Just teeth. So there we go. So that's the teeth now white there. And that's all we're doing basically. We're just going over it so we can get our kind of teethy, rotteny colour on it. Just as long as we don't go over his lip or the eye. We're not needing to do too much either, but just having that last extra colour on the face will kind of break things up for us and really kind of give us that last look, I think. Luckily on these guys, they've kind of got an open mouth, and they have got a bit of a tongue, so I will be painting Just a bit of red on there. And then we're going to get some basing done on them. So it should be quite fun. And then if I've got enough time, and depending on if this weather lets up, this storm going on isn't very good. So right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our tufts. And the reason we're doing our tufts first is because I want the mud to kind of be pooling around it rather than on it. So we do a birder. So for those of you who don't know, we got to paint basically our version of birder the other day. He was a lot of fun to paint. So I'm going to try and get that to focus a bit. I don't know why it's I'll just open my G hub there, and we'll see what we can do. I say it's the only issue with obviously operating it this way. All right, let's just get our focus. My focus is so. Should be slightly better. Obviously, as we carry on, we're going to try and get the quality better. We just want to hit 1080p. We'll be happy with that, really. Right, so I'll just grab me super glue. So obviously for our tufts, we're going to need some super glue. And then, yeah. So we'll start with birder. So I'm just going to grab our tufts here. A bit of space. And then pretty much we're just going to dab a little bit of super glue where we kind of want it to go. That glue's not working. I'll be back in just a sec, guys. Right, we've got the super glue. We can go. So I'm just gonna dab roughly where I want it to go, and then I'm gonna get one there. Just gonna get one in between his toes, and just maybe one on the front there. So let's just get the one on the back. Come in that. And then that's all you need to do, just get a dab on, you know. We'll pop this one here because this has just come off. So let's just there we go. And then we're going to want one just on the side here. And there you go, that one looks pretty good. And there we go. So we've got some tufts on our bases now. So once we mud that up, it's going to look really good. All right, next up, we'll just kind of glob it on, really. So he's kind of got like a bit of a large patch. So first of all, we're going to start off with that. Put that out of the way. So we're going to put quite a bit of an emphasis on that patch there. So to do that, I'm just going to take a couple of tufts to make quite a large area. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of a bit on and a bit on. I'll put a bit there. And all right. So yes, there are some white bases, so it'll be easier to see. But obviously, once this is done, there we go. I'm going to put one there, and we'll put a big one there, I think. So let's grab, let's see what we've got here. You know what? That one's pretty good. I'm gonna pop that on there. Pop this one just there where that glove is. This is another reason why I just prefer putting the glue on, because whenever I've tried to do it the traditional way, which is to put the glue on the tufts, I always end up gluing my fingers, so can't have that. I'm going to put an emphasis on that big bit there. And I just try to have two slightly larger and a piece there. So you're going to get a nice clump just there. And we want another nice bit, that'll do. So we just want to put a piece there and a piece there. And then we don't need a massive piece, it's just a little piece just in that section. We don't want to make the tufts identical either. We actually want it to have some kind of uniqueness. That's probably a good word. So this one, I'm just going to pop just something tootsie there. The good thing with tufts as well is there's just so much range. So these ones, I think, are the army painter tufts. They are quite nice. They have a lot of variety. Oh no, sorry, it's not the army painter. It's Gamer Grass. So Gamer Grass do a lot of really nice stuff as well. They do a lot of Alien World tufts. They're very popular. I've used those quite a bit, and I've also used some bases. Just going to put one just there, just between these tootsies, and then we're going to put a large patch there. So let's just grab a nice small piece. And then what we're going to do is going to nudge that just in between his toes, just so it looks like he's stepping on a bit. Honestly, I think that piece there, and then we're going to make a shape with this one. So just so you can see there, we've got like a little patch going on. There is a very small piece of glue. I can just see it, so I'm just going to cover that up. And then we're just going to take this nice circular piece here. So I'm just going to get that on. Brilliant. All right, one more to go. So this foot. Oh, I do take quite a large clump there as well. So the piece around his foot. There we go. So if you can't see it, you will see it a bit better in a bit. Obviously, we're gonna do that, and then for the big clump, you know what? That's looking pretty good now. So we're gonna pump that just there. There's still a little bit of glue if you can't see it. And we're just going to take another chunky piece, just pop it next to it. I'm just going to get a little nudger. I've got like some little things here, just so I don't have to get my hands stuck together in an ideal world. There we go. We just want it kind of formation-y. All right, so whilst I let those dry, all the white is dried, so we can get straight onto that. So for the teeth, we're going to use in skeleton horn, kind of a beigey, bony colour. And we're going to use our same paintbrush, which will be our small fine detail army painter. Now, because we've done the grey, and because we've got a bluey grey, so obviously you can see the white there. Oh, maybe don't get stuck to my super glue, that'd be great. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to paint those teeth really. So because it's going over white, So because it's going over white, obviously it's going to be a bit lighter, but if we don't like how it's turned out, then what we can do is we can always hit it with a dark shade. So maybe like Nuln Oil or something like that, just to make sure. I did get some glue on my fingers. I'm really annoyed, but that's fine. I'm just going to get these teepees done. Really want to get these so there's no white on it. And I can quite easily get that on there. So there, guys. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my brush in there just to try and get the white. Obviously, I know it's hard to tell sometimes. There we go. Got even more on my fingers. It's just probably where it's coming off of the actual miniature. But that's fine. You know. There's nice and grimy teeth. There we go. That is what we're after. So let's just get one of these open mouth ones. These ones should look really, really good. Just because they've because they'll have their mouths open. Really get away with it. There we go. So obviously it looks a bit grim now, but I'm sure once they're dry, they'll look even grimmer. So I'll say once again, not worried about getting this onto the actual miniature, because if anything, it'll just stain like a beigey colour around anyway. So there we go. And then we've just got the last one here. I've got a little bit more glue on my finger there. The only problem with super glue, isn't it? You just can't help yourself sometimes. It just gets on you whether it wants to or not, you know. So it's fine. I'll have fun picking that off later. Right, so we're just going to be waiting a couple of minutes just for that glue to dry, because I don't want to use my brush putting the mud on, and then it yeah. Now what we'll do whilst we're waiting is we'll just get these bases rimmed. So the way we're going to do that is we're just going to use Abaddon Black. So I'm just going to turn the light on, guys, just because sadly I can't see what I'm doing. Abaddon Black. Don't know what. What I'm going to do is going to get a good amount of that on there. So you can grab it slightly. There we go. Just going to grab a wash brush. Just put a bit of water on it just to thin it down just a smidge. So we're going to get these rims done. So nice and easy. Just it doesn't matter about doing this now. Normally some people would wait until after they've based, but literally because we're putting a brownie color on the base anyway, it shouldn't, especially if we're careful, then it shouldn't it shouldn't get on the rim. And obviously we need to wait for the glue to dry, so we may as well may as well wait and do something whilst we wait. Right? Otherwise, you'd just be sat here waiting for about 15 minutes doing nothing. So that is that done. So I'm just gonna give that a dab there. In fact, what I've got is I've got a bit of paper here. Just give that a dab. So the reason for that is just because you want to get the bottom of the base. You don't want any paint. We're trying to keep the mat clean, so. And then we're just going to do the exact thing again. We're just going to get all the rims done. And then once the rims are all done, we'll run out of block already. That's not put enough. So. Right, here we go again. So it's not super exciting this, so I'll do it on the camera, or I'll try and do it on the camera. But yeah. So we've got quite a lot on the bottom of that one, but we're just going to give it the old smash down, and then we are rolling. So we'll get this pile out of the way, get that out of the way, just so we've got somewhere to put our stuff. Once again, just going to dab that off there. There we go. Just do that if we not feeling happy with. There we go. So, well, like I say, it doesn't matter about getting the brown on top of the rim, on top of the base, because once again, we're going to be covering that up with sterling mud. Let's give that another pat. There we go. Do you remember those like circle things? We used to advertise them as like multiple circles. Like you can just see that. What's that going on here? I can't remember what they're called now. You used to see them at Christmas all the time, and like in the Argos magazines. I can never remember what they're called though. That was like, years ago. There we go. 2 more to go, and then hopefully this will be dry really quick because the heating's on. So, and then once that is done, what we can do is we can get the mud on, and then once that mud is dry and done, I think that'll pretty much be us all done on the stream. I can make dinner. Like I say, it's getting to about 5 o'clock here. If you're not watching in the UK. All right, let's just give that the old dab, dab, and dab. There we go. So, as you can see, that it shouldn't be leaving marks because they've been dabbed thoroughly. You never know. And then last one, and then we'll just start getting that mud on. All right, last one done. Okay, just going to double check, just make sure it's not too rough. Right, so that is our black done. We're all happy with that now. So we've got our last step to go, which is sterling mud. So what I'm hoping is now the super glue should be dry. We will be able to. Oh, haven't used this in a while, so I'm gonna. Oh yeah, it's still working. That's fine. So we're just gonna dip our brush in, and then just apply it on. So obviously, what will happen is this will harden. So make sure we get it right into the thing. And if we do get it over, just give it a quick wipe with our finger. There we go. All right. And I just want to kind of get it in to right into the middle there. And we're just going to kind of smoosh it into the tuft areas, really. Yeah, so we've and the reason for that is because I kind of want the mud, because when you see like grass and mud and all that sort of stuff, you usually tend to find it smooshed in around sort of beds of grass anyway. So we're just using the tip of the brush and just kind of pushing it in towards the feet. And I think this might have been maybe this mud. I don't think it's actual mud. I think this is. So there was a time ago when GW had basically run out of typhus corrosion, and I was like, okay, just gonna put a bit on that one just whilst I finish off here. I was like, that's no good. Just gonna put it in there just for now. I was like, I need to get some typhus corrosion. So I think this was like a mix of Valhalla Blizzard and Sterling Mud. I'm not sure, or maybe type. I can't quite remember. I remember it was a bad time. And if these bases look too barren, then we can always put more tufts on. It's kind of the joys of putting some on already and then putting some on later. Because these are on 50s. I did put them on 50s or over 40s, and the main reason for that is because they were already confirmed to be on 50s pretty much, based off of the previews. It was quite a while ago. It was when they announced the Angmar book, and I was like, I could put them on 40s, or I'm probably going to put them on 50s. Because I suspect they're going on 50s in the new edition when it drops. And lo and behold, it did happen when all the leaks were coming in this week. Hill Trolls on 50s. I am excited to see how. Oh, struggling with it just there. Don't want to get it on the model, like, because I'd much rather not damage the paintwork that I've done. It's just it's really tough. Just trying to get it scooshed in without doing too much. So just trying to make sure I don't get it on the rim. And once again, just so you can see there now, we're getting that. So obviously you guys can see it. I'm really struggling, just because of how it's done. Maybe I should have done it the other way and done it the traditional way, but I thought I'll just try it this way and do something a bit different. So you guys will see. Luckily, it's a good thing with this camera is it's very good with picking that up. So I'll just dab that in there. Yeah, brilliant. Big old glob there. I'll just kind of dab it into the areas, just so I've got some to work with. And we're not wanting to do too much here. We're literally just wanting to kind of move it around the areas. I think I'm going to end up putting more tufts on, I think, just based on how these are looking. I didn't realize how sparse, because the jump from a 40 to a 50mm base is quite massive, because it's the first actual 10mm jump in terms of the actual size, because normally obviously you have 25, 28, 32, and then 40. And I know 32 to 40 is quite big, but when you go from 40 to 50, it's huge. Like, don't want too much on there. Probably just going to glob a bit onto his base just to free this one up. There we go. Really push that in. Making sure there's no white spots is the challenge, really. There we go. It should be. There we go. It's mad how that picks that up. But the good thing with the tufts, for the ones that are on there already, is I can mud them up and really go to town on them. So, and then obviously the ones on top of it are ones that haven't sort of trampled on and things like that. So. Just making sure we get in between those two patches. It's been a bit of a pain. You know what? Here we go. Got a job for that. I'm going to take glob. I'm really going to lather that in there now. There we go. Just like that. Something we try to avoid is just, as I was saying, trying to get it on the rim. If you do, just give your finger a bit of a whip, and then you can just kind of do that. We can also neaten the rim up afterwards. It's not too much of an issue, because there we go. Well, we don't mind getting a bit of mud on the feet, but just like we don't want to like ruin it either. We don't want muddy streaks going up the back and stuff like that. We want to keep it clean, for lack of better of word there. There we go. Just gonna glob some there, glob a bit there. And then I'm just gonna push down there. So we're just using the miniature and we're just turning the angle so we can just really kind of maneuver that mud around. So okay, here we go. Gonna just do a little bit more mud here. Gonna just put that on there. There we go. Solid bases, like I say, the touch up will be inevitable. It's gonna happen. So but we'll try and avoid it where we can. Obviously, with these hill trolls, like I say, I'm really looking forward to speaking back to rules. I'm looking forward to their free rules, which drop hopefully the day of the edition, or maybe look a little bit forward. Would be nice. And then obviously the new film coming out on the 13th, I believe, here in the UK. I think we've got some plans to go do it as a group, so should be good fun. Okay, it's just being a slight bit of a pain to get some. There we go, straight into the crop set. Oh, this one's fell over. Got some blood on my finger. Yeah, so it's really good. And then I think on the 13th we've got a doubles event. Me and my partner. It's for our local club, Millsborough Gamers Club. They're doing a Middle Earth strategy battle game doubles event. We've got a very cool army plan for that. We've been working on it for the last few weeks. We'll see if we can get some pictures of it. We'll maybe give you a breakdown of the event, maybe something else that we can look into doing. Because I used to play a lot of 40k, and obviously since going to the club, I've kind of been more attuned for Middle Earth now. If I'm honest, I find the event format just a lot better. It doesn't feel as samey. Every game has had its kind of differences in terms of I played Space Marines, Ultramarines. Now I'm playing, Space Marine Iron Hands, and it's like, oh, nice. So you've got some Rohan there, or Dunland, or Easterlings, or Corsairs. There's just such a nice variety, and I think that's been the main thing I've enjoyed. And obviously this new edition, they've just done. They've just announced, obviously, a lot of the army lists, and they're really, really cool. Really, really fun. So that's pretty much us done. Let's say we've just got a few bits to do. I'm probably going to add a couple more tufts. I might do that now. Well, I may as well whilst I've got the camera going. But this time I'm going to be doing it differently, and I'm going to be putting the glue on the tufts. I'll tell you what, we'll start with Birder. Yeah, I didn't realise how sparse these were looking. So, but you can just see there, I've just added the one tuft there, and I think I might just add a very nice small one. Just in there. So I'm gonna make my little pokey stick. I just pop that in there just to give it a little bit more, because there's already a bit at the back there, just to give him a little bit more to him. I think it's going to be the same with this one. We just maybe want some here. So they don't need too much adding. I think it's just more, they need just maybe a couple more tufts on each base, so which is fine. I mean, it is essentially 750 mils. We're not using all of these, because if I did and I use the army the way I'd like to use it, then I would lose game 1 and 2 and 3 without doing anything. So yeah, just see that we've just missed a bit. We'll need to null that up. That'll probably be done later tonight, once the mud's dry. So, and then I think for this guy, he's kind of wanting some there, maybe one in between the tools there. Nice little Y piece here. There we go. You can see we've just got some tufts there. Yeah, and I think we'll go from there really. Just gotta have a good look, see where we want some tufts. So we want some here at the back here, I reckon. So we'll grab probably 2 long pieces, I think. There you go. And then maybe just another piece of it. And then I think we're just going to take this piece here. And we're just going to build that on. Get that right there. And you can see just adding a few more bits here, there, just to kind of sparse out the mud. I'll say it's just one of those things. It's a very tough one to kind of gauge until you've actually got that on there. So yeah, just get some nice pieces here. Put that there. We're doing 2 since 2 came off to go. Gonna say we haven't got too many of these left, so I probably might, depending on how I think they're looking, I might get some more tufts done. Put them on there. There we go. And then we want a chunky piece, probably 2 chunky pieces, just to go in the center. Get that little pusher down there. There we go. Super tiny piece here. Well, it's mainly in the center with this one, so I think we're just gonna beef that center piece out. I think. So that's good. Yeah. Just adding a little bit more to his base there. I might do the same. I think bird is looking all right. I think where we want to add, we might just add one there. And we're going to use a tuft just to cover up a bit of white that I've missed. Just because I don't want to have to get that brush out again. There you go. Just push that in there. I'm just going to push this in. There we go. And we've got a little bit in there which we can just kind of. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push that in. Just to cover that bit up that I've missed. And yeah, I think I'm quite happy with Birder. I think he's pretty good. Just maybe something here, and maybe one in the middle. So just get that piece here. Oh, too many pieces. I just want a piece for the center. There you go, guys. I think it's just a little bit sparse there, so I'm probably just going to add a piece just to where his feet are. This one here. Oh no, not that one. Just had it. He's fine. Must have been this one then. Just to where his feet are, just to kind of break that little gap up as well. And there we go. I think that's them done. I'm quite happy with them. I think the only thing I'm going to really quickly do before we go is just kind of get them here all together for you guys. Just so you can roughly see how they're all kind of looking. We have got those tongues to do. I'll hit those up tomorrow, I think, just before the event. But we are going to be done for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you didn't catch the stream, but you just want to watch along, feel free. And if you want to see us paint anything off the store, just drop a comment below. It'd be really appreciated. All right, enjoy. Bye.